to start the video. You got Justin Fields returning kicks.
This is Field Sense, powered by Boom Tech. Authentic one-on-one impacts fueled by physics. But Field Sense isn't just Boom Tech.
Now you see me, now you...
It's spectacular.
Okay. New animations. Okay.
Killer new grabs.
Hold up, wait, stop.
And more control across the field, so you can combo killer new hezzies with wicked new jukes
Stop.
and elusive new ball carrier mechanics.
Okay, I gotta give it all I got. Let me go.
It's time.
Hold on. I gotta see Patrick Mahomes.
Let me go.
Don't look like they fixed it.
It's time to buckle your chin straps and lower your shoulders, so you can dominate in franchise mode with the top new rookies and fresh playbooks.
Look at me go.
Because nothing hits like Madden.
We on the road. Look at me go.
Oh, he's turning up this year. Hey. Shit, we gonna see. Alright. So this is Eric Ray Weather.
The Madden 25 reveal trailer is finally here after multiple delays. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say I can already see some people are a little disappointed because it's only like a minute and 20 seconds, but that's what reveal trailers are. I think people thought because it was delayed it would be longer, but that's not the case. This is still the first trailer of the year. It was supposed to drop with the initial info last week, so we do already know some of this info that's in the trailer, but the trailer also showed a lot of stuff that I'm going to break down in a minute here that we didn't know, and I think they put in this minute and 20 seconds a lot of new things in here, more so than in previous years, which is probably my favorite thing about the trailer. Usually every year with Madden trailers, we see a lot of the same animations. We might see a couple new ones, but it's a lot of just up close shots and seeing a lot of stuff we've already seen before. This reveal trailer, they've shown pretty much everything new in it in a short period of time, and I've seen some people say, oh, I've seen this before, it looks the same, and I really don't know what to say to that because I'm going to break it down in a second here, but we're seeing mostly all new stuff in this trailer in terms of the movement, the running, the different ball carrier animations, the new kickoff, some of the new features they sprinkled in there, which I'll slow down and point out. We see signature running styles right here for guys like Christian McCaffrey. You know, one of the complaints every year is that they don't show enough new. This trailer, they showed mostly all new. Now, we're also going to have a ton of deep dives coming for this game, and there's still a bunch left to come for college football very, very soon. So if you don't want to miss none of that, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of those videos when they go live. So let's start with the kickoff. They're obviously showing the new kickoff to start, which makes sense. That's one of the biggest changes for the NFL this year. It is going to be in the game. And we've got Justin Fields returning the kick, and I'm seeing a lot of people not understand this either, but they literally said that they're going to experiment with that and maybe have him returning kicks. Now, also, whether they actually go through with it or not, we don't know, but either way, it's showing you that you have that creativity. If you want to put a guy that's an athlete back there, right, if he's your backup QB, but he's fast and he's kind of elusive, you can have him as a kick returner if you want. It's up to you. And also keep in mind, EA does consult with many NFL coaches, so if they're putting something like this in the game, they kind of know what coaches are already thinking because they consult with many coaches on playbooks and just gameplay related stuff in general. So if you see Fields returning a kick, there may be a decent chance you see him do this a little bit in real life. Now let's move on to the Boom Tech stuff. So this is the new physics system in the game, so you're going to see a lot of things with the hits and the impacts and the ball carriers. It's a lot more data driven is what they're saying. And look, if you've playing the beta, you've seen the changes here. The tackling and the collisions and the interactions are much more authentic than they've been. And I've even said this in my gameplay review video. You know, there's still a lot of work they can do there. There's still some times where it doesn't look the most clean, but it's definitely the most physics-based Madden we've ever had. If you've played the game, you know this already. You know, the hits are more realistic. You can see some of them in the video. They're showing you how guys bounce off of certain hits if they're hit certain ways. You're seeing how guys have more ability to recover and stumble out of these hits. You're seeing how guys are falling accurately depending on where they're hit and things like that. The other thing they're showcasing a lot are the ball carrier moves, because all of those have been redone. The jukes, the hezzies, the spins. It's a completely different ball carrier system. The juke.
Man, hell nah, bro. Bro.
Thing they're showcasing a lot are the
The same animation since like Madden 21, bro. Real shit, bro. Why are they lying?
ball carrier moves, because all of those have been redone. The jukes, the hezzies, the spins. It's a completely different ball carrier system. The jukes are a lot more short burst jukes instead of kind of being the unrealistic speed burst jukes that we've seen in years past, where you can cover a lot of ground at one time. So you're seeing, you know, they're showing a lot of instances of these new moves. Again, these are new animations. These are not jukes that were in last year's game. These are not spins and hezzies and step backs and all of that were in last year's game. So like, if you're seeing this and you're saying, oh, I've seen this already, you haven't, because this is all new stuff. They're also showing you some of the run styles, like I said with McCaffrey a little bit ago. That's his actual run style. That's how he runs in the game. You see it with Pacheco. They highlight it specifically. Isaiah Pacheco running, you know, with that angry run style that he has. That's literally how he runs in real life. They might even showcase it in here with Barkley for a second. I know they have some of the guys' signature styles. They don't have everybody. I know they said that they want to build that out as the years come. They want to get as many signature stuff in the game. But as of this year, they got a lot of stuff for the few running backs. They got a lot of stuff for wide receivers. And they got a lot of stuff for QBs, which they did showcase some of the QBs in the trailer, kind of how they, you know, take command at the line. You see it with Dak Prescott. They showed it with Tua Tagovailoa, kind of how they audible, their mannerisms, how they command the football and stuff like that. And even for some of these guys, you're going to hear their cadences in the game as well. So just trying to make player likeness a little bit more than just how they look in terms of visually, like their face or their hair, their equipment, but how they actually move on the field. Now, another new animation they showed was the Justin Jefferson one-handed catch. So I did talk about this in my previous video. There is a spectacular catch button in the game now. So you can hold the LB, L1 button to do different one-handed grabs. It's not just this one. There's
I'm reacting to a video, so...
Oh.
showing here. There's multiple different versions of it, and to me, it's just a fun thing to do. If you're open, if you have separation, it's just kind of a stylish way to make a catch. Not something you're really going to want to do if you're tightly covered. This is more so when you beat your man by a lot. If you want to just kind of have a showboat type catch and just do something with a little style, you can do that. They also are showcasing a new sideline possession catch here from Devontae Adams, and like I said in my previous video, they added over, I believe, 700 new catch animations to the game. And again, if you've played, if you're on the beta or whatever, you've seen a lot of these. There's tons of new catches. A lot of them look really good, and it's just one of those things that makes the game look different because you're seeing a lot of new things that you weren't seeing in the previous games. Now, they also showed us a little bit more of the new plays they're adding to the game with the Miami motion stuff. There's going to be a ton of new plays in the game this year, not just from Miami, but like, you know, the Chiefs. Most playbooks are going to have some new stuff. There's a lot of the auto motion stuff that teams are using more so now than they used to in the past, so we're going to have a lot of that in the game. They're also quickly showing a lot of the other little features that came over to the game. So, for example, we're seeing the different types of hot routes you can use now. So the hot routes have changed. And then also, if you have an ability, there are going to be more exotic hot routes that you can put in the game. They're also showing the disguised coverage shells, which is something that we saw in college football. That's making it over to Madden. We're seeing that they briefly show the switch stick. Now, this stuff were things they were cutting really quick. So you have to really slow the trailer down to even see these things. But they're just kind of letting you know that all these little things are going to be in the game. They also showed us another thing that is pretty cool here that I'm glad is finally going to be in the game. They're showing us defensive team celebration. So, you know, the past, I don't know, 5 years or so in the NFL, defensive players celebrate together after a turnover and stuff like that. Not sure why this took so long to come to the game, because they've been doing a lot with celebrations over the years, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm glad they finally added this on defense, because that's just something cool to see after you get a big stop. They're also showing the new Gillette Stadium in the game, talking about rebuilt atmospheres. So there's updated stadiums. I don't know if there's any other stadiums that have any major updates, but we know Gillette was one of the bigger ones. They're also showing that there are improved contextual reactions, meaning players knowing where they're at on the field, knowing where to fall. And this kind of plays into the physics system and the ball carrier stuff, how you can break tackles and bounce off people, but you're doing it in a way that is accurate and makes sense based on where you're getting hit, like I previously said, but kind of showing you that they're going to be more aware of where they're at, which is a good thing. That's something Madden has struggled with at times in the past, of players not being fully aware of where the first down marker is or where the sideline is, so they're kind of being a little bit more aware of where they're at, and they're going to go in the proper direction after hits and things like that. They also showed a quick look at the NFL draft with Goodell on stage with the player. We're going to learn more about stuff like that when you do the franchise deep dive soon. They'll go more in depth about the draft and other features coming to franchise, but they just threw a little glimpse of that in here, showing you that it has finally been overhauled, which was one of the more dull parts about franchise, so it's good that they finally updated the draft. They also showed a quick clip. Again, you have to really slow this down to catch it. They're adding a lot more mini games to the game. So last year they brought back mini camp with over 20 mini games, and this year it looks like they're adding quite a few new ones here. We're seeing that they added 2-minute drill, which is great. That's something that should just be in the game to practice, especially in franchise. So that's great. They added the new pocket presence ones. They added something called bucket drop and stuff like that. So it looks like quite a few new mini games are in the game as well. We know they're doing a revamped gauntlet this year as well, so a lot of the stuff will probably be included in the gauntlet as well, so we'll see how that works out. But good to see that they not only brought back mini camp and mini games last year, but they're continuing to build on it by adding more this year. I like to see that. They also showed us a glimpse at the new ranking system. Now, I don't know if this is for regs or for MUT. I'm not sure. It could be for both. I think they might both be using the same ranking system, but you can see there's different divisions and kind of how you tier up. And a big thing this year is making the online head-to-head for both regs and Ultimate Team matter a lot more than it has in the past. Your wins and who you're beating and the team you're using, all that stuff should matter. College football is doing the same thing as well, which I think is great. If you're going to have online stuff, you've got to make the games matter. You've got to make who you're playing win. For a while here in Madden, the leaderboards were way too focused on just the amount of games played. They factored in way too much, so they've redone that, which I think is great. That's going to make online much more engaging, in my opinion. Now, if you want to know more details about what we already know about certain game mode features for Madden 25, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.
So, shit, that's gonna cap it off. I mean, what do y'all think about what Madden got cooking, bro? They probably trying to, you know, lock in for the they probably trying to lock in for the cause you know college football coming out and shit. So they trying to not go out of business, bro, and have to fire the whole Madden team. So let's see what they do, man. We're gonna see real soon.